essential for life. We need water to drink, to cook food, to wash clothes and do many other things. Farmers need water to grow crops. 3/4 of earth is covered with water. There are many sources of water. Let us learn more about sources of water like rain, groundwater, ponds and lakes, rivers, seas and oceans. So first one is rain. Rain is the main source of fresh water. Farmers depend upon the rainwater for their crops. Next comes groundwater. Much of the rain that falls, it seeps into the ground. So this is called groundwater. Wells and hand pumps are used to take out groundwater. Next comes ponds and lakes. An area of water surrounded by a land is called a pond. A lake is bigger than a pond. Rainwater collects in ponds and lakes. Next comes rivers. Rivers that originate in the mountains get water from the melting of snow and rain. Hence, they carry water throughout the year. Next comes seas and oceans. Most of the water on the earth is in the seas and oceans. This water is very salty, so we cannot use it. Now let us discuss about means of irrigation or types of irrigation. Now, what is irrigation? Irrigation means the process of providing water to crops, plants in the fields through human efforts. This is known as irrigation. Farmers used to grow crops and they need sufficient and timely supply of water through. This is only possible through irrigation. So now we discuss about types of irrigation. Here I have a chart on different types of irrigation. Now well irrigation. In villages, people dig wells to bring water to the surface. Sometimes groundwater lies at a great depth. In such cases, a deep hole is dug. In well irrigation, we can use tube well irrigation also. A tube sunk in the hole, water is brought up using an electric pump. Such a well is called tube well. Next one is canal irrigation. In the northern plains and coastal plains, small channels are dug to take water from the rivers to the fields. So this is called canal irrigation. Next comes tank irrigation. This is tank irrigation. In the southern plateaus, low-lying areas get filled with water during the monsoon season. Tanks are natural or human-made. People collect rainwater in these tanks. This water is used by farmers for irrigation. This is very cheap and very easy and economical to construct. Next one is sprinkler irrigation. Water from a pipe is sprayed into the air. It falls on plants like rain. It is very easy and cheap but not as efficient as drip irrigation. Now next one is drip irrigation. Drip Pipelines have small holes to slowly give water to the base of the plants. Water usually comes from tanks using gravity feed. This is very efficient, but initially have to pay a lot of money in this irrigation. Last one is dam. A dam is a strong wall built across a river to block the flow of water. This water is stored in an artificial lake called reservoir. This water is taken to the fields through canals. Here I have the model of a multi-purpose river valley project. Here water gushes through a gorge and it turns into a river. It flows down. Here a well-fortified U-shaped dam has been constructed here. With the result, we have a huge reservoir here. This water is used for agriculture. Here they generate hydroelectricity in the Hydel power station at the base of the dam. They generate electricity and they supply electricity with the help of the high tension lines. The dam prevents floods in the downstreams. The dam has enabled fisheries too. The water stored is used for industries and domestic purposes too. The dam prevents soil erosion on the slope of the mountains. The dam has provided for recreational facilities. Bakranangal Dam, Tehri Dam, Hirakud Dam, Nagarjun Sagar Dam, Rihan Dam, Damodar Valley Project, Tungabhadra Dam are some of the gigantic dams we have in our country. Thank you.